Happy Children's Day, everyone. Hello, I'm Ijun in Seoul, and welcome to this broadcast of Business Daily. We have plenty of fun stories lined up for you this morning. In light of Children's Day today, we take a look at the country's toy industry as parents rush to toy stores to buy that perfect toy for their children. And Korea's rallying stock market is luring in individual investors, but are they clawing back the money they set out to make? These stories and more coming right up. Korea and Vietnam have put pen to paper on their free trade deal on Tuesday that will help Korean companies invest more aggressively in Vietnam. The Minister of Trade, Industry and Energy, Yoon Sang-jik, met with his Vietnamese counterpart in Hanoi and signed a trade pact that aims to give Korean small and mid-sized companies a lift in exports, especially in cosmetics and car parts. Vietnam will seek to grow its economy by attracting more foreign investment. The deal is expected to go into effect by the end of the year following parliamentary approval. Economic growth, while on its own might not be an end-all, it is a necessary condition for the future of Asia as a region. Now, that's the message Korea's Finance Minister Choi Kyung-hwan delivered at the Asian Development Bank governors' meeting in Azerbaijan on Monday. The minister emphasized that propping up infrastructure in emerging economies will play a key role in attaining growth goals for the region. He also underscored the importance of stability and urged the ADB to diversify channels for new funds, citing data that projects infrastructure demands in the region through the year 2020 will reach $7 trillion. Sales at Korea's three major department stores have jumped almost 60% on year during the Labor Day holiday at the start of May, thanks to Chinese tourists. This is according to sales figures tallied from May 1st to May 3rd. At Lotte department store, sales from Chinese tourists made up for nearly 20%. Fashion products were the most popular at Hyundai and Shinsegae department stores, with sales seeing an 80% lift. The Korea Tourism Organization earlier projected that 100,000 Chinese tourists would visit the country during the extended Labor Day holiday. Stock trading accounts that were dead for years are being revived again as individuals are lured back into taking a shot at Korea's rallying stock market. But there is some concern as some of the cash being injected is borrowed money. Our Eunice Kim has the story.
A trading floor in Seoul's financial heart of Yeouido. The space that was silent even as recently as last winter now has dozens of lingering investors.
I'm just giving it another shot. With stock markets, the sky's the limit, right?
Amid recent rallies on Korea's bourses, small-scale investors have been stepping forward, responding with a surge in deposits, pouring in nearly $20 billion into the markets, the highest in 3.5 years. This is being attributed to improved investor sentiment and also lower borrowing costs made possible by the country's record-low key interest rate adjusted in March. But as many are finding, turning a profit is easier said than done. According to a domestic market tracker, compared to the gains institutions and foreigners were enjoying from the top 20 Kospi stocks by group, individual investors took home a paltry 0.8%. There's also concern that much of the upsurge was from borrowed money. Small-scale investors took out loans of more than $6 billion, the highest since June of 2007, and liquidity entering the small-cap Kosdaq index was flowing at a faster rate than into the benchmark Kospi. And with the already volatile nature of the tech-heavy index, experts are warning small-scale investors of the market's fluctuations in fear of a sudden withdrawal in the rough patches. The market's bullish run indeed could extend, fueled on even more global liquidity, given the resolution of lingering issues like the Greek debt crisis. But it is also important to keep expectations grounded, not to be led on by rumors, and not to be surprised when turbulence hits. Eunice Kim, Business Daily.
Now, with the soaring jeonse prices, Korea's unique lump sum deposit system, more people here in the capital are buying homes now. In fact, the number of people in Seoul buying homes surpassed those renting jeonse for the first time in 9 years. With more, here's our Lee Ju-young.
Half of the units in this apartment complex are small or medium-sized, but the price to own one is around $550,000 to $740,000 US. For those going with 전세 or the lump sum deposit system, it will cost up to 70% of the original sales price, making the previously less burdensome option not as attractive. Having been in high demand for a long period in the past, 전세 homes have become harder to find, and the average deposit required for such property has skyrocketed. This is why more Seoulites are trying to buy their own homes. According to the Seoul Metropolitan Government, the number of home purchases in the capital during April surpassed 전세 rentals for the first time since 2006, with roughly 11,000 units being snatched up. That's roughly 36% more than 전세 properties.
Most home purchases stem from the skyrocketing 전세 prices. When more tenants choose to purchase their own homes, it means they feel more anxious about their rental situation.
Seoul City says the increase in home sales was mainly boosted by the spike in transactions of non-apartment properties such as multi-unit houses, single-family homes, and studios. Aside from districts with costly home prices like Gangnam-gu or Yongsan-gu, the number of residents choosing to own property outnumbered those renting in 22 other districts. Experts say the record low interest rate is also making it easier for people to get loans from banks and facilitate such home purchases. Lee Ju-young, Business Daily.
As long as there are children, this industry will never go bankrupt. We're talking about the toy industry. And there are particular days when this market gets a boost, with one of those days being today, Children's Day. And to tell us more about the domestic toy business and what toys are in these days, our Kwon So-ah joining us this morning. So good to see you, So-ah.
Good to see you on this Children's Day. Happy Children's Day to you.
Happy Children's Day. And I see that you've got something for us here to show us to mark this special day.
Well, many of these are probably going to fly off the shelves today. And by season, actually, toys sell the best in the winter during Christmas week. But when it comes to sales made in a single day, Children's Day holds the record. And this robot here is called Dobot, and it was actually the best-selling Korean toy last year on Children's Day as well as Christmas Day. But it does has many competitors, domestic and abroad.
Demand is high for character toys that are also on TV. Currently, the most popular ones are Japanese characters, while Korean character toys make up around 20% of the market.
And the popularity of some products goes so far that even though they've sold out, it takes weeks to get products back in stock. This Yogui watch that we see on the screen is a good example. Its original price is at a little over $30 US, but due to its scarcity, some sell them online for over $90.
$90? That's a lot for a toy watch. Do parents actually buy them?
Well, some actually do, but actually, it's not only the parents playing Santa Claus anymore these days. Let's take a look.
78-year-old Jang Bum-jin, his son, and his 2 grandsons have been strolling around the car section of the toy store to find the perfect Children's Day gift for Grandpa to buy. According to the online shopping mall auction leading up to this holiday, toys purchased by customers aged 50 and older rose 70% compared to last year.
이거 괜찮아? 난 볼래? 마음에 드는 게 있으면 다 사주고.
If only I could, I'd buy them everything. Go ahead and pick.
As the toy market grows faster, the burden on parents has become bigger, with toys getting pricier. Grandparents, on the other hand, are spending more on toys, especially since many only have one grandchild to dote on. They want to give them good quality products they can play with for a long time.
And I can imagine that this kind of trend, it comes as more grandparents are looking after their grandkids.
That's right. This, of course, as more parents choose to both work. So yeah, this trend is expected to continue for the time being.
Well, speaking of trends, Lego and Barbies are still popular among kids, but there must be some new, innovative, fun toys out there that are in these days.
Actually, since the majority of Koreans are owners of smartphones, toys are getting smarter and smarter too. So if we take a look here at the video, these fancy drones or helicopters give your smartphone wings. Whether in the air or on the ground on wheels, sales of these smart gadgets are surging. Now, with even young children being used to smartphones these days, more smart toys are expected to sprout from this business.
There seems to be just infinite ways for toys to get creative, but it's only worth making them if they do sell well, even after days like today, Children's Day.
Of course, that's a good point because experts actually say in June, the sales of toys actually drop rapidly. So to prevent that and to boost sales, it would be better to have a different consumer bracket known as kidults. That is, adults who enjoy entertainment conventionally loved by children.
Kidults are increasing in Korea due to the sluggish economy, as cute characters and toys have a healing effect on them. The kidult-related business is raking in more than $90 million annually.
Industry watchers say many characters that provide nostalgia, appeal to older generations, are still popular and ideal for toy companies to expand on if they want to try and capture the hearts of both the young and old. And a good example of that would be Avengers, as it brings up memories of characters like Hulk and Captain America, which were born decades ago, but also are popular among children these days who are familiar with them from recent blockbusters.
So I guess this is all the more fun for adults and the kids. While we're playing with the kids, we're also playing with the toys as well.
Right, and actually I myself still feel attached to my stuffed animals at home.
Yes, I actually bought a remote controllable toy car for my daughter, and I actually found myself having more fun than she did with that.
I can imagine.
Oh, well, happy Children's Day, and thank you for coming in today.
Happy Children's Day to you.
All right, that wraps up today's broadcast of Business Daily. For those of you here in Korea, have a great day off with your family, and we'll see you everyone right back here tomorrow on Arirang. Until then, bye-bye.